after 2 o'clock, and I'm here today to continue our chat. I tore myself away from the national events of the inauguration of a new president of the United States, and I'm here because, as I told you once before, I was alarmed about two churches that I served when I started in the pastoral ministry that seemed to exist as if what was happening in the political realm was not significant to the proclamation of the gospel. I don't believe that. I don't think the life of a church should be able to go on, a community of the church should be able to go on and live as if what's happening out there does not affect us or is not us. In this country, we are the government. And the we includes those of us that are Christians and seek to be people of faith and walk. So I don't know that I'm going to talk for very long today. I just wanted to say that I think I can say this, and it's true. Whether you're Republican or Democrat or Independent or Green Party or Libertarian or Tea Party, I think that when you heard the words of the now President of the United States in his inaugural address, you heard the words that have formed the vision not only of our nation, but you've heard the words that have formed the vision of the beloved community of God. Now, don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I don't think the government can create that on its own. But we need to re-polish our vision and to let it be polished by the words of our scriptures, by the words of Jesus. You know, when Jesus was in front of Pontius Pilate in trial, Pontius Pilate said, "Are you the king?" And Jesus said, "My kingdom is not of this world." I don't think in that Jesus meant for us to live as if what's happening in the kingdoms of this world don't matter. They matter very much. And I think the vision of justice, the vision of care and keeping, especially for the poor and the marginalized, the visions of protecting the earth and seeing to our Genesis-given responsibility to be stewards of the earth, these all matter. And it is the tradition of Jewish people and Muslim people and Christian people that have helped to shape that vision. Preachers over the ages have told the story, and they have described the captivating vision of God's reign in the world and the approximation that we try to get to it. In humility, we know that none of us by ourselves ushers in the reign of God. But we are called upon by Jesus especially to undertake this vision, to breathe in and breathe out the power of the Holy Spirit's ability to create a community that reflects God's love and God's will in the world. But you say, well, what's God's will? Well, the prophets of old said, care for the widows and the orphans, protect the aliens, the strangers who come through your country. Seek justice. See to it that those that are in prison are there because they need to be there for just reasons. And release the captives of ideology. These are facets in the diamond of a vision. And I, for one, was inspired. I'm inspired. We will have differences in terms of how we get there. We will. We'll have differences in terms of what works and doesn't work. But I hope that we'll continue to polish the vision. Because in this Epiphany, in this season of Epiphany, it's what we see that matters. It's the light we climb toward that matters. It's the vision of the end. It's the goal that matters. And we hope and pray that it's a goal that's given to us by God and not one that's given to us by despair or by hopelessness or by a sense of defeatism, but one that is full of the power and the vision of all that God can do. All things are possible. All things are possible to those who love the Lord. So I hope that perhaps once again, as we've listened to a president give a speech, describe a vision, cast a vision in a direction of a future, that we will be caught up in it and that we will then strive together. The language that's necessary in this season and every season is figuring out how to be united. Instead of dividing and moving apart from each other. It's no less important today than it has been in every single beginning of every new presidential campaign. So that's my chat for today. It's short, I know. I just wanted to stop in and say hello. I didn't want a whole day to go by and not nurture the vision a little bit more in this season of Epiphany. God bless you, and I look forward to talking to you again tomorrow. Bye, my friends.